Will artificial intelligence disrupt software industry? Let's find it out. There are more and more interesting and exciting and sometimes scary news about artificial intelligence. This week there was an open letter asking to stop creating more powerful artificial intelligence models. I'm not sure this is gonna work, and any kind of forced decision to stop the development of AI will work in general, but I would like to talk to you about how I think AI will disrupt software programming industry and what you can and should do in order to stay competitive on the job market and be in-demand specialist. When people say that AI will replace programmers and people arguing that AI is not going to replace programmers, I think both are missing an important bit. You don't need to replace programmers in order to disrupt the industry and make people unemployed. You just need to make programmers effective enough. Today I was doing some piece of work, something that would have taken me 8 hours of work, research and so on. Now I was able to solve the problem in less than an hour just chatting with ChatGPT. My productivity for this particular task increased immensely. If every programmer becomes more productive than they are now, our world will not need that many programmers anymore. And that is a disruption that I believe will happen in 3 to 5 years. I don't think that artificial intelligence tools are going to replace programmers completely, but the way the programming is done will change significantly. One of interesting approach that I saw about this week was AI-powered test-driven development, where a programmer drives the design of the system by writing unit and system-level tests, and AI is implementing the product to pass those tests. The thing is, AI is very fast at doing this. In a typical test-driven development project, when you develop a software, you spend roughly 50% of your time on writing the test and roughly 50% of your time implementing the functionality for this test. If AI test-driven development flies, every programmer becomes almost twice as productive as they are now. Now hit the like button if you agree with the forecast, or drop me a comment and say why you think I'm wrong. People in software industry, and especially those who are not yet an established programmers, might be worried what I'm going to do when I'm graduate, what I'm going to do if I'm not that in demand, if I'm not a senior programmer, so I'm not yet able to drive implementation by writing tests. And there are a couple of things that you can do right now in order to make sure that you stay in demand. Number one, I mentioned AI-powered test-driven development. So you can learn about test-driven development if you don't know how to do this, because I think it will be a very prominent tool in the nearest future. There are some videos about TDD on my channel. There are going to be more videos about TDD on my channel. If you think it's a good idea, just drop me a comment, I want more videos about TDD, and I will make more videos about TDD. Number two, AI tools are working in the cloud, and they need a huge infrastructure to be running and ready for them. And this is where infrastructure work is going to thrive. So I think DevOps and similar specialties are going to be more in demand. Not to mention machine learning and data engineering, which are key components for every AI system. So if you're fascinated by computer science and you're worried that software engineering might not be a thing of the future, I think you might be right, and there are still lots of great and interesting jobs in IT. They're just going to be slightly different than they are now. It was Dada Sasha and Test Club. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, see you around.